March 19th, 2021, and you are part of listening to the Racing and Gaming work group of the Ways and Means Committee. I'd like to first of all thank the members for coming back this evening, and as we to work on several bills for consideration. This session has been very, very busy, but it's been one in which we've seen and heard several bills presented to the committee that address or considerations for video lottery terminal, license renewals, VLT distribution of proceeds. And so the work group today, this evening, will look at discuss some concepts regarding VLTs. I'm going to call on our analyst, George Butler, to proceed with key points on VLT concepts, and we will proceed after his presentation. George.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This evening, in light of a number of provisions that this committee has considered during this past session regarding alterations to video lottery terminal distributions, a proposal is before you this evening. The amendments would first, beginning July 1st, 2021, alter the average.
Did you make clear which bill we were working off of?
Thank you, Madam Chair. The amendments would be drawn to House Bill 532. First, the amendments would alter, beginning July 1, 2021, the average and collective average payout percentages for video lottery terminals. They would also require, as proposed under House Bill 1298, any amount of local impact grants that are distributed to Anne Arundel County or to Baltimore City as a result of the hold harmless provision to be paid by the comptroller from VLT proceeds. In addition, the amendments would alter the percentage of proceeds to be paid to the video lottery operation licensee for Allegheny County, for the Allegheny County facility after 10 years of operation. This would be done in a manner different than as initially proposed under House Bill 532. Rather than altering the various distributions as provided under that bill, instead it would increase from 43% to 48% the base amount that the operator would receive beginning after the 10 years of operation, so a 5% increase. Coupled with the 10% our share that the operator receives currently under law for owning the video lottery terminals at the facility, the effective operator rate would be 58%. And then in addition, it would alter beginning January 1, 2023, the percentage of VLT proceeds to be paid to the licensees for Anne Arundel County, Baltimore facility, and Cecil County facilities. With respect to Baltimore City facility, they would receive a 1% increase to their base. So their effective operator rate, share rate, would be 47%. The Anne Arundel County facility currently has an operator share of 49%. Their share would be reduced by 2% by reducing from 8% to 6% the amount that they receive for owning their video lottery terminals. Currently, the Baltimore City facility, the Cecil County facility, and the Prince George's facility are all receiving a 6% bonus for owning their video lottery terminals. And lastly, with respect to the Cecil County facility, as proposed under House Bill 859, their base share would be increased, but it would be increased by 3% rather than the 7% proposed under that bill. So their effective operator share would be 42%. rather than the 39% that they currently receive under law.
Madam Chair.
I'm sorry very much. Thank you, George. You may have to go over that again for some specific counties, but for right now, I'll ask a question of Delegate Barnes.
Yeah, that was just it. If you can go over, what was it for Anne Arundel and Prince George's again?
Sure. So first I'll state that the operator share for Prince George's County is not going to be altered by the changes proposed under the bill. Currently, the operator for the Prince George's County facility receives a base amount of 38%. And they receive an additional 6% because they own the terminals at the facility. So that's a total of 44%. The Anne Arundel County facility receives a base of 33%, currently an 8% bonus for owning the terminals at the facility, and then an additional 8% that I believe needs to be used for marketing purposes or capital improvements. So that's effectively a total of 49%.
Mm-hmm.
The change proposed would bring the 8% that they receive for owning their terminals down to 6%, which, as I indicated earlier, is the same percentage that the facilities in Cecil County, Baltimore City, and Prince George's County currently receive.
Okay.
And then, as indicated earlier, we're bringing in the provisions related to from House Bill 1298 related to the manner in which the hold harmless amounts are paid.
And what's the total amount for the home harmless?
That's currently distributed, is that what you mean? Or
Yeah.
If you give me a moment, I'll look that up.
Delegate Barnes, are you asking what the current amount is or what the difference will be to Prince George's as a result of this bill?
Well, I guess the main thing is what's the difference would be to Prince George's, but both would be helpful. Do you know what the difference is? Would that be easier?
I think that currently approximately $4 million or so is not distributed to Prince George's County as a result of the hold harmless provision. And what is being proposed under House Bill 1298 is that rather than paying from the Prince George's County share, instead, if there is a reduction or the calculation is done at the top and paid from all proceeds initially.
So
That's a declining amount, Delegate Barnes, because the hold harmless is based on there's a lot of calculations and a certain percentages. And when the overall VLT money increases over the next few years, presumably by several $100 million, Anne Arundel will hit their hold harmless, and there will be no need to give Prince George's extra to keep up with them, because all three major casinos will be getting their will be getting that same amount, that same 18 million amount or higher. So this is maybe, George, for 5 or 6 years.
I can't speak offhand as to the amount of time.
Delegate Barnes, essentially Prince George's County will get $4 million more in local aid than they're getting right now.
Right.
Yeah, I was going to say, Delegate Luke is correct. I was looking at right now the fiscal note, page 4 of the fiscal note for House Bill 1298, and it indicates that local revenues for Prince George's County would increase by $3.9 million in fiscal 2022 and by $2.9 million in fiscal 2026. The reason why, as Chair Kaiser noted, that the amount decreases over time is because the Anne Arundel facility will slowly, with the passage of time, get closer to its early fiscal, I believe it was 2016 as the benchmark earnings. And as a result, the hold harmless will effectively be neutralized over time.
Okay. Thank you.
It's a good bump for a few years, for sure.
Yeah.
Good. I don't see any hands. Any other questions from members regarding the concept or the information that George has provided?
I don't have a question, Madam Chair, but, and I'll have another verbal motion in a second, but I'm happy to move these amendments right now.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, those, you've heard the motion for the amendments. Those in favor, please vote by saying aye.
Aye.
What? Those opposed, no. Thank you. The ayes have it, and the amendment moves forward.
Madam Chair.
Delegate Lukey.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. I'd like to make an additional motion for a verbal amendment to, effective July 1 of this year, remove the hotel restriction on the Worcester County Casino.
Second.
All right. The motion's been made in second. All those in, any questions? All those in favor, please vote by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. All right, the ayes have it. And again, the amendment, the conceptual amendment will be formalized, and we certainly appreciate you for doing that. Any other questions? If not, thank you very much.
Oh, Madam Chair, we have to move the bill as amended, I think.
Yeah.
All right, well, there are several bills in here. Well, this is all under, George, is this all
All
under
under House Bill 532,
532?
Madam Chair.
All right, thank you very much.
Madam Chair and George, I have just a technical question. The 530 bill was submitted as an Allegheny County delegation bill because it related only to the Allegheny County facility at the time. Now that we're using it, which I appreciate, as a vehicle for more ecumenical changes to the system, which I think benefit really everybody, is it necessary to change the sponsor of the bill within the procedural rules?
It is not. Under our rules, the sponsorship essentially doesn't matter on this bill, so we can keep the sponsorship the same.
That's perfect. I just wanted to check. Thank you.
And isn't it also true that because it impacted the ETF, in many respects, it wasn't really
Yeah,
the
really
bill?
wasn't a local
Right.
bill.
Yeah, we filed that way just because we're all on the same page and we're friendly, happy, cheerful team player guys out of.
Yeah, our Cecil bill that was in a similar posture, same thing. Not technically a local bill.
Madam Chair, I move the bill as amended.
So
Second.
All those in favor, please vote by saying aye.
Aye.
Well, thank you again. I believe that concludes our work for the work group thus far. And thank you very much for George for the concept and for those of you who provided additional information and for, of course, casting the amendments.
Thank you very much, George, and everyone
you.
else. I think it's a
Thank you,
great
Madam Chair.
concept. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Madam
See you
Chair.
tomorrow.
Thank you,
All right.
George.
Thanks.
We
Jeff.
might be able to, if we think this can move quickly tomorrow, we might even be able to delay the time for voting. So just for the full committee, so stay tuned.
Okay.
Fine. I don't think
Thank
there'll
you,
be a
Madam
lot of
Chair.
issues. Thank you.
Sounds
Thank
good.
you, Madam Chair, for your leadership.
Talk to you later.
Eric,
Thank
can
you.
you say, oh, Eric,